So the final chapter of JJK has been officially translated, and I want to read it to see if we missed anything from the leaks, because we definitely did. So let's get into it, guys. So the chapter begins with the trio Megumi, Nobara, and Yuji, and they're trying to locate the sorcerer who put a curse on this woman. But it's kind of hard to find it because they're smack dab in the middle of a city. Then Nobara and Yuji start coming up with ideas, but they are just goofing around in the process, and Megumi's the only serious one. So their plan is to let this couple go on a vacation so the cursed user's curse technique can deactivate on this dude so they can find him. And where the couple is going for their vacation / road trip is to a 40-floor condo. So they're trying to get the couple out of range of the sorcerer's curse technique, because once they leave his range, the curse technique will be deactivated. So once the couple gets to the 40th floor, the girlfriend notices that the curse technique is deactivated, and she notifies Megumi, Yuji, and Nobara, and they immediately get on the chase. But on the next page, Kugisaki locates the cursed user, and she goes down and uses her hammer to glide against the wall like she's breaking it. But then Yuji meets Nobara on the ground, and they see that this dude's curse technique has activated on them, and they have googly eyes. And the guy tries to escape, but Megumi is right there with his divine dog, and this is pretty badass. And then they capture the dude, and they ask the girlfriend, does she know this guy? But she says no. And this guy gets really mad, and he says, who do you think bought that bag for you? But then she does remember that he did buy it for her, but he liked her and she didn't, and she just didn't reciprocate the feelings, and now he's just upset and being petty, and that's why he stalked her this whole entire time. But then Yuji tries to comfort him, and then we have a flashback of him speaking to Gojo. It's a flashback to the 1 month time skip, and Yuji is wanting to do switch training with Gojo, but Gojo's like, haven't you had enough of Gojo Satoru? And he says to Yuji that he wants him to have more forward thinking. Gojo says he would love to continue and dream with him, but what he even wants even more is that the rest of his students grow and become stronger than him. And Gojo says he wants them to forget about him, but Yuji says they could never do that. And Yuji says, you're a little out of character, are you feeling okay? But then Gojo's like, oh, you're such a kid. Confidence, this is the confidence I wish I had. Yuji, I am expecting big things from you. And Yuji tells this dude that acknowledging your mistakes is all that matters, so take some time to reflect, and on the next mission, come help us out. I'm expecting big things from you, and Yuji, you're just the GOAT. And then Nobara and Megumi wonder what Yuji did with the final finger, and he said, don't worry about it. It'll make a great talisman now. And then Yuji looks at his hand, and we see that his 2 fingers are gone. And when Yuji looks up, we see Mahito and Sukuna having a conversation. And Mahito says, who would have thought to see you here? And then Sukuna's like, this is our 3rd conversation, right? And Sukuna says his technique messes with the souls, and this is the path where souls walk down. And Mahito says he wants to talk to Sukuna about how he was lying to everybody about his ideals of life. And Mahito says that Sukuna wants revenge against the people who persecuted him as a little wrench. And Sukuna says what's the difference, he lived in the manner that he wanted to. Sukuna says no, he actually had different paths he could have traversed, 2 to be precise. Sukuna says he just kept on spitting out curses, and he was afraid his own curse would immolate him. He says if there was a next time, perhaps it would be nice to walk down a different path. And Mahito says that's so boring, you've gone soft, asshole. And Sukuna says obviously I lost. And Mahito says, am I the only one sulking like a child? God damn it. And he falls into the dark abyss. And then we see all the Jujutsu High students, and it looks like they're continuing on with their sorcery life. And the last page we see in this entire series is Sukuna's finger inside the box that we saw in chapter 1. But yeah, guys, that was the series Jujutsu Kaisen. It was a pretty good one. There were some rough spots here and there, but it's definitely a 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. But let me know, guys, what you think of the series. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you think of this final chapter? It was good. There were definitely some weird moments, but I'd say it's not bad. But let me know, guys, what you think of Jujutsu Kaisen.